How to set smart goals and delegate smarter tasks. When we set ourselves a goal, we want to stick to it. Equally, as a leader or manager, we need to effectively delegate for our team to achieve its tasks. To help to do this, we can use the acronym SMART when setting goals and delegating work. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's look at each one in more detail. S. Specific. When you give someone a goal, it needs to be specific. It needs to be clearly defined and unambiguous. Whether it is a large mission or a smaller task, you need to state exactly what success looks like. M. Measurable. Next, the task needs to be measurable. In other words, it needs to be possible to track the progress of the completion of the goal. If the task is a big one, you might need to break it down into separate activities and set milestones to help monitor progress. A. Attainable. It is good for goals to stretch us, but the A here makes us ensure that the task is attainable. A task can stretch a person or a team, this is healthy, but if you are asking the impossible of someone, it will quickly become demotivational. Therefore, by asking whether a task is attainable, we can consider whether the person in question is properly equipped and supported to achieve that task. R. Relevant. The task needs to be relevant to the vision of the team or organisation. Equally, the work also needs to be relevant to the person you are delegating to. Ensure the goal helps to progress towards the overall aim and that the person taking on the task is the best person for the job. T. Time dependent. Making a task time dependent and setting a deadline helps to keep us, or the person we're delegating to, accountable for finishing a task. Having to create a timeline also makes sure that you sensibly assess how long a piece of work should take. After doing all these steps, we can take the process a bit further by adding an E and a further R, turning SMART goals into smarter tasks. Here the E stands for evaluate, and the extra R stands for reevaluate. E. Evaluate. Adding in the E of evaluate is useful as it brings in the discipline of reviewing how well work has been done. It gives the opportunity for feedback, praise, constructive criticism, and learning on behalf of both the manager and the worker. For a large goal, you might want to consider these evaluation steps and plan them in along with your overall deadline. Make evaluation time dependent too. R. Reevaluate. Decision-making and learning happen in a cycle. We recognise this by adding the reevaluation step in here. Reevaluation is a continuation of the learning from the evaluate phase. Once you've identified lessons at the evaluate phase, these should be incorporated into the next stage of the activity. This gives the opportunity to learn and improve as the task progresses. So, what is your next personal goal or team task? Apply the SMART or SMARTER model and make sure it really happens. If you'd like more detail on this and on setting goals, decision making and planning, then just follow the links or go to the website, which is www.therightquestions.co. And if you found this helpful, please do like and subscribe.